Welcome to our channel. We are back to our Nifty 50 chart count series, and here in this particular video we are going to complete the remaining chart counts. Now this video could be a little longer because we are covering more than the usual count of charts in this video, but I think with the kind of charts that we have seen so far, we have a general idea of what is happening in the markets and what phases the particular charts could be. I mean, in terms of the Nifty 50 charts, actually. Now, we expect the prices to either retracing from, say, wave 3 or maybe from the degree. So here we are at Eicher Motor charts. Now this is weekly chart and we can see that this is how they are, they could be counted. Now I can see a terminal impulse in wave 5, which is making a very much like a wedge structure, and from there we are expecting the price to fall a great deal. So this is because it has completed a degree, and also in a longer time frame it has completed one entire cycle, like we have seen in the many cases like that. If I put a retracement from it, Eicher motor can very well come to any of these fib ratios, but it will not cross this two. So it can come from anywhere between 14% to 61%, but it will not come to 81.2%. So this was Eicher motor. Next we have Divi's Laboratories. Okay, so Divi's Laboratories also we are again in weekly because we are covering a longer time frame here. So this particular wave has started way back in 2008, and from there we are approaching towards an end. So let's quickly move to monthly and see, just to visualize it better. So from here we've started the wave. We have completed 1-3, and probably we are going to see a structure like this. Now this is also just to see, just to get a perspective whether we have completed wave 5 or not. We need to, we already have a channel from 2 to 4, and we'll see in terms of the price target how much we have covered. So we have reached a target of 127. So it looks like wave 5 is also complete, and we may soon see a downfall of this and breaking this particular trend line. Now next we have is Hindalco. Okay. So Hindalco again, in a weekly time frame, we are completing wave 3 here, and this will lead to a fall which is equal to our wave 2. So we may expect a fall of about 70%, which will very much reach the territory of wave 1. So this is where we are headed towards in Hindalco. Now all such, I'm sort of moving it a little faster because this is sort of a repeat of what we have seen so far. Dr. Reddy's. Now DRL also, we are completing wave 5 and we are retracing from wave 5. This is again a cycle that has started way back in 2008, and we are reaching the maturity also. We have this 2 to 4 trend line. Once the price crosses this, it will confirm the uh, completion of this particular wave. Next we have Cipla. Now Cipla also has had a very well defined wave. Now, from the beginning, from the initial listing in the year 1990s, 1999, we have completed only three waves in Cipla. So this was wave one. Wave 3 was extended, which is getting over now. So we'll see a fall till here. Now, because we don't have a base here, we can't really put a trend line to validate this particular move. But looking at the fall from wave 1 to 2, we are expecting again about 70% fall from this level, which will be somewhere close to this particular line. So we might have a wave 4 somewhere like this, and then we'll head to wave 5. So Cipla being in a very long extension from, I think, almost that lasted almost for about 20 years, we will have a very slow kind of a movement to make wave 4. And this has taken 205 weeks, 200 and 178 weeks. We will have a proportionate number of weeks for making wave 5. Next is Tata Consumer. Now here, again a similar story. We are in wave 3, we are in wave 4, and we are expecting it to carry on the fall till 46%, roughly about 45 to 50%. So somewhere we can expect it here. Now when I put a trend line from R0 to 2, this is where we have two touch points already. So price can very well come here and then probably retrace. If you recall, this was something similar what we had seen in Nifty in a weekly chart. So we will have one more trend line, say from here, from 2 to 4 of this particular fall, and accordingly we will continue this further. Next one is Bharat Petroleum. Okay. Now again, Bharat Petroleum, we are in week 5 and we have had a very long extended wave 3 here as well. So we've had a wave 1 and 2 sort of getting over in 2000. Now from there, it's been a very long extended wave 3, which is getting completed now. And we are again expecting about 70% fall. That's where I think we have marked wave 4 also. So from there, we will have a small up move to complete an entire business cycle that has lasted about 24-25 years. Next, we have Apollo Hospitals. Okay. Now this also has a similar story, has an extended wave 3, and extended how? It's extended for 22 years, and I think again we are just looking at a I mean it is getting formed, the top is getting formed right now, but see the kind of extension it has seen, and we are again sort of expected to see a fall which is close to about 88% from here, and we may have price again back to somewhere close to 1000 is what where we are expecting wave 4 to be, and then it will continue its journey to make wave 5. Next we have Hero Motorcorp. Okay, now Hero again we are seeing a classic Megaphone from the listing that's in 2003. We are still in first business cycle, first entire move that we have, first set of moves that we are seeing. We also had an extended wave 3 in this case also, and here we are expecting the wave 5 top also to be formed. Now the confirmation or the maturity of this particular price move, whether it is over or not, we'll get it when we have the price touching or crossing this particular trend line. And the last one is UPL. So again, in case of UPL also, we have completed one entire cycle, and since 2021, this is in a sideways movement. We have so I'll probably draw it a little further. This is how the trend line should be. So this is broken. So this wave 5 is complete, and we are expecting a fall which is slightly bigger than the 67% fall that we have seen in the last decade. So this was it. This concludes our entire Nifty 50 counts. I think we have taken about eight. We have broken it down into 8 to 10 uh, episodes or a video, if I call it. And in this entire series, what we have seen is that either the cycles or either the business cycles are getting complete, or we are heading from 3 to 4, or we are heading from an extended wave. It's also making a down move to make 3 or 4, things like that. This is entirely what is happening in the Nifty cycle as well. Now, I'll quickly come back to Nifty again, just like a refresher, uh, just to sort of reinforce what we had seen. What we had seen is that we are in wave from COVID. We've completed wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 was complete. And then we had seen that there are two possibilities. One possibility is that this entire wave 3 is complete, or we are having this is actually 3 of this wave 3, but then we also had ruled out why 3 is actually complete and 3 is not here. So we are concluding that this is wave 3 that is complete from Nifty. Now when we say a fall of 18% is where we have drawn this trend line to. So if I get into a daily chart from the top, and from daily, from the top, we are at 11% so far, and from there, if we get extended to say 18%, is where this particular price level is going to come to. So we are expecting that this price could very well come to this trend line, which is slightly below, which is also a trend line from 0 to 2. Now, whether this particular trend line is touched or not, that's something we'll need to see. It is possible to even break this further if we have like an extended wave here, or if the rule of overlap is allowing 5% more fall there. Now, out of this entire 18% that we are looking at, we are already at 11%. So Nifty has corrected around 11 to 12% already, and we are treating it as A of the whole zigzag fall. Now, in the last entire week, we had seen a slight rally from A, so there was a break or there was a pause in correction, and we had seen it that the prices actually opened gap up in this particular week. Now, this was probably making A of this ABC move, so it is making B in Nifty, and the remaining 7% fall could come from here, and it will sort of lead it further down to make C somewhere to make the overall 18% fall. Now, this can happen in certain number of weeks, which is what we are expecting the fall to, or the complete correction to get over by somewhere around January. January, or say maybe end of January, beginning of February, is where we are expecting it to be. Now, if this doesn't, if the fall is not over, what happens, what will happen, what are the possibilities, etc. We'll see it later if that doesn't happen. But it is looking like that we are halfway into this correction and we are left with about 7% more fall. But before that, there is going to be a slight up move, which is what has started in the last week itself. So all these stocks that we had seen was what the whole were what they were showing the whole picture of Nifty. And because these composite stock by which Nifty is made, they were in a particular phase of the entire cycle. Even we see Nifty in the similar phase of market. So that's the whole thing we try to break it down in this whole series. I hope you found it insightful. If we are if you want us to cover some more topics, if you want us to cover specific stocks or specific commodities, indices, currency, do let us know in the current section, comment section. We will definitely have a separate video for it. We already have another series on what the whole best practices or disciplines are supposed to be there in the whole trading environment, so that it makes you a better successful trader. And we also have one more general series on what should be our trading view settings and things like that. So do check out those videos as well. We have completed our Nifty series. We have a weekly indices series that's also running. So we'll come back with a new thing in this particular weekend or maybe the next weekend. So till then, stay tuned. And if you like the content, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.